Hello everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and I've kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and maintenance. Today we're going to talk about the body positive movement and my opinion and how it's pretty awful for obese people. Now, before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also, check out my website, Naturopathic Earth, which has hundreds of recipes and articles, my podcast, The Awakened Man, my books, and if you appreciate my content, please hit the like button, the notification, and subscribe buttons. And if you really, really like it, there is a link for PayPal. All right, so the body positive movement is something that's come about maybe in the last 10 to 15 years. And I have a very strong opinion of this, clearly, as a former overweight child. And I think as a whole, it is pretty deleterious for overweight people. The body positive movement, understandably, I think overall does have an earnest message. And the message is accept somebody for who they are. Bullying, whether it be cyberbullying or the bullying that I had, go check out Confessions of an Obese Child, that place. You can see that I was very, very well bullied as a child. It's horrible. And we don't want people to be bullied. We don't want people to feel like they're second-class citizens. We don't want people to have self-loathing and negativistic thinking. These are things that I talk about here. These are all bad things. But like with the pendulum, we can oscillate too much one way or the other. And I think with the body positive movement, what happens is you oscillate too much to one way, where it's okay that you're fat. That's essentially the message that's sending. It's body positive. So if you're overweight, it's okay. And look, I get it. I don't want people self-loathing. I don't want people suicidal like I was. Go check out Confessions 19. I think I talk about that. We don't want that. But let's put things in perspective. And we need to be real. See, a lot of obese people have very sensitive trigger points, like live wires, the live wire. And when we say certain things, they get very sensitive and hurt. But we need to be real and authentic here. Obesity shortens our life expectancy. Obesity leads to morbidity, other diseases, cancer, cardiovascular problems, the metabolic symptoms, hypertension, cholesterol, high cholesterol, obesity, arthritis. The list is pretty long. You're taxing pretty much all your organs. And it shortens your life expectancy. So let's say what it is. So if we're telling people that it's okay to be fat, we're essentially shortening their life and telling them it's okay to shorten their life. In my opinion, that is not true charity. That is not true love. We wouldn't tell a heroin addict, you know what? Yeah, heroin's bad for you, but you keep doing the heroin because, we don't want to shame you for being a heroin addict. Now, I'm not saying that being obese is tantamount to being a drug addict. What I'm saying is we would not tell people that are engaged in other lifestyle choices, whether it be addiction or they're actually making the volitional choice to do it, to keep doing it if we know it's not good for them. But with obesity, for some reason, we think it's okay. And it's not. A true loving story, or to something to tell an obese person, is, in a lot of regular weighted people couldn't do this because the obese person wouldn't listen to them. So maybe they would hear the message better from a formerly overweight person. But we know what you're going through. We know you're eating the pain like I did. You're numbing the pain. You have a disordered relationship with food for a reason. Typically, it's sexual or physical abuse, neglect as a young child. These things aren't good for you. You know they're not good for you. This is one of the reasons why it's the cycle of binge, purge, and self-loathing. Oh, I can't believe I did this, and I'm going to eat more. Shame, 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 shame. The most loving thing to do for an obese person is to tell them they need to lose the weight. And you can give them all the statistics, all the objective stuff. I want you to live a long time. I want you to get married, have kids, maybe see your grandkids. I want you to see the world. I want you to do all these things. And if you keep eating the way you're eating and keep living your life the way you are, you might not have these opportunities. You might die young. If you go to Confessions number 20, this is essentially the message that Coach Webster told me when I was 16, 17 years old. It's like, you're going to die young. And for whatever reason, I wasn't ready for that message before, because I kind of knew this intellectually, I knew this. But for whatever reason, I was ready at that time. And I think we need to be the cruel to be kind, tough love speech to obese people. That's what I needed. I didn't need people to tell me to continue to enable my bad behavior and my vices. Because if I would have listened to them, oh, it's okay, keep eating, I'd end up 500 pounds. So the body positive movement, on one level, I get it. I get it, because we don't want people hurt. We don't want people bullied. You see this in the kind of the gay world as well, and now in the trans world, and kind of like in all these minority outcast views. I get it. I think the message is probably altruistic, but the result is bad. The result is bad. We don't want to be happy having a size 54 waist. We don't want to be happy having to go to Big and Tall store. We don't want to be happy that we essentially are wheelchair bound when we're 26 because we can't walk. We don't want to be happy that we're getting heart attacks at 36. Let's call a spade for a spade and what it is. These are not good things, and ultimately we don't want to die young. Nobody wants to die young unless you're some sort of masochist, and if you're a masochist, it's because of the trauma you had as being an overweight child. Like, I do want to die young, I do want to kill myself. But no regular person with a normal psychosexual development and normal childhood development would say, I want to shorten my life expectancy. No. So in closing, let's look in the mirror and let's be honest. Obesity is a scourge in America right now. 65% of Americans are overweight, 40% are obese. This is not a good thing. We need to fix it. Whether it be through therapy, whether it be through cleaning the food. I mean, there's a host of things. We talk about a lot of them here. But we need to fix it, and we cannot normalize obesity, because all that's going to do is lead more fat kids to remain fat and more fat adults to remain fat. Ultimately, what we want is people to be healthy, emotionally healthy, psychologically healthy, and physically healthy. And vis-a-vis obesity, we want people to lose their weight. That is true love, because we want them to live a long life, to have children, to see the world, and to do things and enjoy things that they might not otherwise do if they're 500 pounds or die at 34 because of a heart attack. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Hit the notification, subscribe, and share button. Until next time, take care. God bless. Emperor.